Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima number 107, and it's called the GanakaMogellana Sutta. That's translated as 2 GanakaMogellana. Now the location is Savatthi in the Eastern Park, and the folk mentioned are GanakaMogellana, who's a local Brahmin, and Buddha, who refers to himself as usual in this as the Tathagata. Now, after exchanging greetings and the normal courtesies, the Brahmin GanakaMogellana asks Buddha, just as in other endeavours there is a gradual training, gradual practice and a gradual progress, whether it be Brahmins or archers or accountants, can you, Master Gautama, describe this in the Dhamma and the discipline? Buddha replies, when the Tathagata has a person for training, he first tells them this: be virtuous, restrained with the restraint of the Patimokkha. And that's the rule book, the list of rules for the monks. Be perfect in conduct and resort, train by undertaking the precepts. See fear in the slightest fault. When this is achieved, the Tathagata further teaches, guard the doors of your sense faculties, that is the eyes, ears, nose, etc. Do not grasp what is experience. Practice the way of restraint. Now, when the 6 sense faculties are thus well guarded, the Tathagata teaches him further. Be moderate in eating. Do not eat for amusement or intoxication, only for sustenance of the body, considering, thus I shall terminate old feelings without arising new feelings. I shall be healthy and blameless and live in comfort. And once moderate in eating, the Tathagata teaches him to be devoted to wakefulness. During the day, whilst walking back and forth and sitting, purify the mind of obstructive states. Similarly, do the same during the 3 watches of the night. Purify your mind of obstructive states. And when the bhikkhu is devoted to wakefulness, then the Tathagata teaches him further. Be possessed of mindfulness and full awareness in whatever activity you are doing, walking, exercising, eating, talking, etc. Now, once this is achieved, the next training is that the bhikkhu is to go to a secluded resting place, at the forest, a mountain, a charnel ground, a jungle thicket, and here, after the alms round, he sits down and establishes mindfulness. He abandons covetousness, he abandons ill will and hatred. He has compassion for all living beings, abandons sloth and torpor, abandons restlessness and remorse, achieves a mind that is inwardly peaceful. He abandons doubt and is unperplexed about wholesome states. So, having abandoned the 5 hindrances, quite secluded from sense pleasures and unwholesome states, he enters upon and abides in the first jhana, which is accompanied by applied and sustained thought, with rapture and pleasure born of seclusion. With the stilling of applied and sustained thought, he enters the second jhana, which has self-confidence and singleness of mind, without applied and sustained thought, with rapture and pleasure born of concentration. With the fading away of rapture, he abides in equanimity, and mindful and fully aware, still feeling pleasure with the body, he enters upon and abides in the third jhana. This is pleasant abiding. With the abandoning of pleasure and pain, and with the previous disappearance of joy and grief, he enters upon and abides in the fourth jhana, which has neither pain nor pleasure, and a purity of mindfulness due to equanimity. Buddha then concludes by saying, "This is my instruction to bhikkhus who are in the higher training and have not yet achieved the goals, but aspire to release from bondage. But these things that conduce to pleasant abiding in the here and now is also suitable for arahants who have achieved the final knowledge." GanakaMogellana then asks of Buddha, "Do all thus advised and instructed achieve the ultimate goal, nirvana?" Buddha replies, "Some do, some don't. So let me ask you a question in return. Are you familiar with the road to Rajagaha?" "Yes," came the reply. Buddha continues, "Suppose there were two men who came to you at different times, asking instructions about how to get to Rajagaha, and you gave them both the same detailed instructions. Yet one became lost and the other arrived safely in Rajagaha. Why is that?" GanakaMogellana replies, "What can I do about that? I have shown them both the way." So too, Buddha then says, "Nibbana exists, the path leading to Nibbana exists, and I am the guide. Yet having been taught, some achieve Nibbana, some do not. What can I do about that, Brahmin GanakaMogellana? The Tathagata is the one who shows the way." The Brahmin then says, "There are persons who are faithless, who have gone forth from the home life, who do it to seek a livelihood, who are fraudulent, deceitful, treacherous, unguarded in their sense faculties, immoderate in eating, not respectful of the training, backsliders. Master Gotama does not deal with these. But there are clansmen who are faithful, not fraudulent, not deceitful, not treacherous. They are guarded in their sense faculties, moderate in eating, devoted to wakefulness, and they are not backsliders. Master Gotama dwells with these." Master Gotama's teaching is supreme amongst the teachings of today. GanakaMogellana then thanks Buddha for having made the Dharma clear in many ways and says, "I go to Master Gotama for refuge and to the Dhamma and the Sangha. Let Master Gotama remember me as a lay follower who has gone to him for refuge for life." And that's the end of Majjhima number 107, the GanakaMogellana Sutta. Thanks for watching.